Hello, math wizards. Let's begin today with a quick riddle. If you check everyone's phone in your class, which model do you think appears the most? Probably the same one that's trending, right? Now that, my friends, is what we call the mode, the most popular or frequently occurring thing in a data set. In the world of numbers, the mode plays the role of MR popular. It's the value that appears the most often. For ungrouped data, that's easy. Just spot the number that repeats the most. But in group data, we don't see individual values, we see classes like 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. So we estimate where the mode lies within these intervals. We call that interval the modal class, the one with the highest frequency. But to find the exact mode, we'll use a smart formula that uses not only this modal class but also the classes just before and after it. So, before you think statistics is boring, remember, even your favorite phone brand, the most played song, or the busiest Instagrammer, they all have a mode. Alright, let's jump in and see how this most popular value hides within group data. Now, the mode for group data isn't just any guess. We can actually calculate it precisely using a formula. The formula goes like this. Mode equals L plus open bracket F1 minus F0 close bracket divided by open bracket to F1 minus F0 minus F2 close bracket whole multiplied by H. Let's decode that. L is the lower limit of the modal class. H is the class width, basically how wide each class interval is. F1 is the frequency of the modal class itself, F0 is the frequency of the class before it, and F2 is the frequency of the class after it. When we substitute these values, the formula pinpoints the mode inside the modal class, depending on how steeply frequencies rise and fall around it. It's like finding the exact peak of a hill, the hill being our frequency graph. The taller the bar, the closer we get to the summit, the mode. Now, if you're wondering how this magical formula came into being, let's take a peek at the logic behind it. Okay, let's understand the logic. Imagine your histogram, bars representing classes. The modal class bar is the tallest. We assume that the top edges of the bars form a roughly straight line, like two sides of a triangle meeting at the peak. Let's say the mode lies at a distance x from the lower boundary of the modal class. So, from geometry, we can use similar triangles. The ratio of the rising side to the falling side is x divided by h minus x equals f1 minus f0 divided by f1 minus f2. Now, we solve for x, a bit of algebra magic, and we get x equals open bracket f1 minus f0 close bracket divided by open bracket to f1 minus f0 minus f2 close bracket times h. And since the modal class starts at L, mode equals L plus x, which gives us our formula again. Mode equals L plus open bracket f1 minus f0 close bracket divided by open bracket to f1 minus f0 minus f2 close bracket multiplied by h. There you go. Geometry meets algebra, and we get the most popular number's exact location. Now let's see how this works in action with a real example. Alright, example time. Suppose a survey shows the number of members in different families. Classes are 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 9, 9 to 11. Their frequencies are 7, 8, 2, 2, and 1 respectively. Look at those numbers. The class 3 to 5 has the highest frequency, 8. So that's our modal class. Now let's assign the symbols. L equals 3, H equals 2, F1 equals 8, F0 equals 7, and F2 equals 2. Using the formula, mode equals 3 plus open bracket 8 minus 7 close bracket divided by open bracket 2 times 8 minus 7 minus 2 close bracket multiplied by 2. Simplify that. Mode equals 3 plus open bracket 1 divided by 7 close bracket times 2, which is 3 plus 0.286. So mode equals 3.286 approximately. Meaning, the most common family size is around 3 members. And if you think about it, that sounds about right. Looks like the Indian ideal family structure has not only emotional balance but mathematical balance too. Alright, here are a few golden rules before you rush into calculations. First, Make sure the class widths are equal. The formula only works correctly then. Second, confirm that your data set has just one modal class. If you've got multiple peaks, the formula doesn't apply directly. Third, if the modal class is the first or the last class, meaning there's no neighbor on one side, then we can't apply the formula properly. And finally, always sketch a quick histogram before applying the formula. Your eyes will often spot the modal class faster than your calculator. It's just like finding the most crowded cafe on a street. You've got to look around before declaring which one's the busiest. Alright, we've got our formula, examples, and all the tricks. Time to wrap it all up. So let's summarize everything we've learned today. The mode tells us the most frequent or popular value in a data set. For group data, we estimate it using this formula. Mode equals L plus open bracket F1 minus F0 close bracket divided by open bracket to F1 minus F0 minus F2 close bracket multiplied by H. We understood that L is the lower boundary of the modal class, H is the class width, and F0, F1, F2 are the frequencies before, during, and after the modal class respectively. We also saw how to interpret it with real examples like family size and marks, and compared it with the mean to understand skewness. And remember, the mode answers the question, what is most common? While the mean answers what is average. Both are important, but the mode often tells you the story of popularity. And that's how we find the mode of group data, the true celebrity of statistics. In the next video, we'll uncover the median of group data, the middle value that divides your data right down the center. Until then, keep your numbers balanced and your curiosity high.